Hmm. Yeah. Good morning, everybody in Canada, all our brothers and sisters. Good morning to everybody in United States, and good morning in Latin America. Right from Panama, Mexico, Costa Rica, Venezuela, Peru, Argentina, Brazil, all our brothers and sisters. I know you are having your morning jog, morning walk, and at the same time, you're also enjoying your cup of coffee, cup of tea. Keep enjoying, and at the same time, I'm so grateful to you. Switch on your watch parties on the Facebook, Dr. Gulshan Sharma's page. And those of us, I hope you're taking care of your health and your wellness as well. You're taking care of your family, your friends, your neighbors, your relatives, your community, your society, and anybody who is directly or indirectly in touch with you. Please take care of everyone. Look after them the best possible way so that everybody is healthy and everybody is fit by mental fitness and physical fitness. Ladies and gentlemen, our chamber, ICSI, International Chamber for Service Industry, which is a confluence between government, corporate, and NRIs world over, approximately 30 million are brothers and sisters. Those are abroad, of course, NRIs. Then there are PIOs also. There are a couple of other brothers and sisters. Those are native of their respective countries. They also come every day. As it's a confluence of global educators and motivators, I'm also grateful to all the natives from the different countries joining this particular program, while extending a very hearty welcome to my brothers and sisters from Canada, Latin America, USA. I also extend a very warm, beautiful lunch to all my friends and brothers and sisters in Europe. You are in different countries. I'm pretty sure you enjoyed your lunch a little while before. Hold on for a little while before you go for your evening tea. Let's share some beautiful thoughts with each other, how the world can be a better place, how the world can be still a happier place. And during this lockdown, COVID-19, how basically a couple of therapies can help us out. If mentally we are strong, mentally we are robust, physically our body will follow. This particular project, what we have got from Europe, I'm moving to the Central Asia. All my brothers and sisters, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, Afghanistan. And of course, from there, I'm going to Central Asia. All the brothers and sisters, those are joining over there. And then, of course, I come to India. Namaskar, Namaste. और सब लोगों का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आज शाम के इस कार्यक्रम में जो हमने 5 जून को शुरू किया और 15 अगस्त इंडिया के भारत के स्वतंत्रता दिवस तक लेकर चलेंगे, इंडिया इंडिपेंडेंस डे तक। हर शाम हम लोग मिलते हैं 7 बजे से 8 बजे तक। थोड़ा टाइम एक्स्ट्रा भी ले लेते हैं क्योंकि कुछ एक स्पीकर इतने अच्छे मॉडरेटर्स होते हैं एंड आई डोंट वांट टू स्टॉप देम इन बिटवीन। सो लेट मी रोल फ्रॉम इंडिया going to Southeast Asia, ASEAN countries, all my brothers and sisters in Myanmar, Cambodia, Laos, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, Brunei, and of course, Madam Geeta Chopra and your husband Rajneesh ji. I'm so grateful to you. You join every day. And of course, Asha ji, you join from Kuwait every day. APG, you join from Doha every day. I'm so grateful. You all are so wonderful people. You give me so much of encouragement every day because when I see you, I get energy and I get strength because you are bringing so much of energy to this particular program. Ladies and gentlemen, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, almost 850 million children and youth, they are presently away from school, colleges, and institutions and universities. Of course, teachers are trying their level best. Principals, headmasters, vice chancellors, directors, and all educators, teachers, counselors are trying their level best by different pedagogy, by the technology, how we can bring the education right on your doorstep. But I'm pretty sure parents are having tough time. Don't worry, bear it for a little more time because your life is more important. That's what the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji also mentioned. Take care of your life, take care of your health, stay at home, take precautions. So it's a matter of some more time. I'm pretty sure that you're boosting mentally yourself and physically. So parents and children, let me come on to now, when we are talking about education, what is the purpose of education? Why education? Why somebody should go to school, college, institution? Why? And there is a Western philosophy and there's a Western school of thought when we talk about It's very important, these four ingredients which we have shown over here, you got to understand that in Western philosophy, economics is given the first preference. That means education purpose is that you should do some business, you should work for somebody, or you should start something at your own as a startup or as a stand-up or whatever you want to do. The second purpose is your social norms. Third is your culture. And fourth is, of course, personal. Every child takes arts, commerce, science, medical, non-medical. This is a specific purpose. But when I look at Indian perspective for education, ladies and gentlemen, it's very important to understand over here, Indian perspective is that the whole world is one family. Vasudev Kutumbakam. And that's why our Sanskriti, our heritage, our culture gets the first priority. And thereafter comes the social norms. And then comes the economic preference. And of course, personal preference is always there for children. During this lockdown period, COVID-19, technology is playing very important role. From the different platforms, teachers are trying to reach out whatever they can. TV channels are there, community radio is there, mobile phone is there, electronic gadget is there. We are trying to help every child so that nothing is missing. Of course, parents' role have gone little bigger because earlier you used to deposit your child at 8 o'clock in the morning and pick up at 5 o'clock in the evening. Now the musical notes are at home. So parents, let's see. Education should be relevant to our day-to-day life. And that is the agenda of this entire exercise, what we are doing, making education relevant. That means शिक्षा को प्रासंगिक बनाएं. शिक्षा वो होनी चाहिए हमारी जो रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में काम आए. I'm talking a little bit in Hindi also. My brothers and sisters who are abroad not understanding Hindi, I will try and show some body gestures, body language. With that, you can understand. And through the pictorial part also, you can understand. शिक्षा की प्रणाली के अंदर जब तक हमारी सभ्यता, हमारी संस्कृति, हमारे संस्कार, हमारी सारी विद्या का ज्ञान, और जितना मैंने इन छुट्टियों के अंदर नालंदा के बारे में पढ़ा, तक्षशिला के बारे में पढ़ा, माय गॉड, 10,000 स्टूडेंट्स, 2,000 आचार्य, और देखिए कितना बड़ा रेजिडेंशियल, world's first residential university, Nalanda, when I was talking about. But let me come now to today's education, what is being imparted. Should education become relevant to our day-to-day life? बच्चे को ये पता होना चाहिए कि घर के अंदर अगर नल खराब हो गया उसको रिपेयर कैसे करना है, वॉश बेसिन में कोई चीज कैसे ठीक करनी है, ऑर्गेनिक खेती क्या होती है, किस मौसम में कौन से पौधे लगते हैं. उसके अलावा अगर घर में किसी चीज को रिपेयर करना है, ट्यूबलाइट की चोकलाइट को ठीक करना है, क्या वो कर सकते हैं. घर का प्रिंटर काम नहीं कर रहा तो क्या आप अपने लैपटॉप के साथ, अपने डेस्कटॉप के साथ क्या प्रिंटर को बेसिकली देख सकते हैं कि उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है. और वो सब चीजों के साथ साथ अपने घर के बगीचे के अंदर ऑर्गेनिक खेती और ये सब चीजों को लेके चलना. We all got to understand education has to be relevant with day-to-day life. It's something very important we all have to take. Sugata Mitra, I've got a great regards for him. He's a IIT graduate from Delhi, and thereafter he went to States. From there he moved to UK, and at present a lot of videos are available of Dr. Sugata Mitra. You can see it on the YouTube. One of the video which always inspires me so much, and he says, do kids require supervision all the times? Evolution of learning environment is very important. इन्होंने अपने गांव के अंदर एक दीवार में 2 कंप्यूटर फिट कर दिए और ऊपर एक कैमरा लगा दिया, और उस कैमरे से अब ये रिकॉर्ड करते रहे 1 महीने तक. कोई टीचर नहीं, कोई एजुकेटर नहीं, कोई काउंसलर नहीं, कोई बच्चों को डायरेक्शन नहीं, बच्चों की क्रिएटिविटी को समझने. इट वाज अ माइंड ब्लोइंग आफ्टर 30 days when they came to know, and the results are phenomenal. See for yourself on the YouTube what Dr. Sugata Mitra says, that kids do not require supervision all the time. They've got so much of creativity, they've got so much of innovative ideas. उन आइडियाज को पनपने दीजिए. अगर लोग कहते हैं कि भारत कभी सोने की चिड़िया था, नालंदा जैसी यहाँ पर यूनिवर्सिटीज थी, और जहां पर शिक्षा की प्रणाली के अंदर इतना कुछ डिटेल में होता था, और भारत एक विश्व गुरु था. अगर भारत की विश्व गुरु की पुनः स्थापना करनी है तो हमें अपने शिक्षकों का और अपनी शिक्षा का सम्मान करना होगा. और उस शिक्षा का सम्मान करते हुए अगर मैं भारतीय शिक्षा मंडल की बातचीत करूं तो आदरणीय मुकुल कनितकर जी बहुत बड़ा प्रयास कर रहे हैं, और उनके हवन कुंड में हम भी अपनी एक छोटी सी सामग्री और आहुति डाल रहे हैं. भारतीय शिक्षा मंडल में हम ये चाहते हैं empowering education and transforming humanity. हम सिर्फ भारत की बात नहीं कर रहे. It's a global confluence of educators and motivators together on this common platform. Let's make education relevant for the whole world. This is one of the most beautiful slides which I want to share with all parents and all teachers. जब आप ट्राइंगल को उल्टा कर देते हैं तो ट्राइंगल टिक नहीं पाती. एजुकेटर्स और पेरेंट्स ऊपर है, प्रेशर डाल रहे हैं, यूथ बेचारा नीचे है, त्रिकोण टिक नहीं रही है. What's lost when we rush the kid through their childhood? उनके बचपन को हम पनपने ही नहीं देते. हमको लगता है कि ये 4 अक्षर पढ़ा के हम उन्हें पता नहीं क्या कर देंगे. इसी ट्राइंगल को उल्टा कर दो भाई. समझ जाओ आज के टाइम में जो हमारे पास टेक्नोलॉजी का विकास हुआ है, जो बच्चों के अंदर क्रिएटिविटी है, जो बच्चों के अंदर इनोवेशन है, उसको बाहर आने दीजिए ना. उस सारी चीज को बाहर लेके चलिए. अब इन सब चीज को जब मैं आगे लेके चलता हूं तो मैं बुद्धिस्ट फिलॉसफी की भी आपके साथ बातचीत करूंगा. दिस इज समथिंग वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वी ऑल हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. हर शनिवार को सुबह 9:30 बजे the relevance of Buddhist teaching in today's education, we bring it for you every Saturday morning from 9:30 to 10:30. Don't forget to join us. Those of us, those are interested to understand Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. That is the way Honorable and Venerable Dr. Dhammapiyaji, Secretary General of the International Buddhist Confederation, he is trying to get the confluence of all the monks, all the Buddhists, all the teachers, all the educators from the world over on a common platform. And that is what is SDG goal number 4. That means education is very important for all of us. Monday to Friday हमने आपसे बातचीत की, शिक्षा की. सैटरडे को हम चाहते हैं आप अपनी हेल्थ पर काम करें, हैप्पीनेस पर काम करें. देखिए एक्सरसाइज तो रोज सुबह करिए, सुबह जल्दी उठिए. Look at me, I am 70-year-old, but energy that I have got is a 20-year-old boy because I am vegetarian. I get up at 4 o'clock, and after this particular webinar, I go to sleep, and I sleep like a log. And during the day, I work whole day. आप अपना mentally fit रहिए, mentally robust रहिए, happy रहिए. मैं आज अपने जो पैनलिस्ट मेरे distinguished guests आए हैं, they are celebrities for me. I was telling them music therapy is very important, and when I say म्यूजिक नोट्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. जो इंसान म्यूजिक को सुनता है या जो खुद गुनगुनाता है या गाता है, म्यूजिक इज अ ग्रेट हीलिंग. म्यूजिक इज वेरी पावरफुल. आपने बहुत सारे हॉस्पिटल्स में देखा होगा, जो मरीज रिकवर कर रहे होते हैं उनको कुछ एक पर्टिकुलर काइंड ऑफ का म्यूजिक वाइब्रेशन सुनवाते हैं ताकि हेल्थ, हैप्पीनेस, ह्यूमर एंड होलिस्टिक लाइफ जो है, लिविंग है, जो हैप्पीनेस है, क्योंकि जो पॉजिटिव डोपामिन निकलता है. So every Saturday, same time, 7 to 8 p.m., we bring for you Ayurveda for the global wellness. And I'm so happy that all the Ayurvedists, those are joining on this particular program as a speaker, as a panelist, they are getting their business opportunities for Ayurveda world over with my brothers and sisters in the different countries. We are very, very happy because Ayurveda, yoga, meditation, naturopathy. Okay, let me come back to when I talk about India and when I talk about Kurukshetra and when I talk about state of Haryana, a beautiful state in India, ladies and gentlemen, जो गीता के उपदेश की बात है, every Saturday morning from 9:30 to 11, we bring a Zoom webinar for you, making education relevant, living a meaningful life by the means of Shrimad Bhagavad Gita in today's education. एजुकेशन में क्या रेलेवेंस है उन 18 चैप्टर्स की जो लॉर्ड कृष्णा ने शेयर किए अपनी श्रीमद् भागवत गीता के अंदर. इस सब की बातचीत करते हैं हम. तो 5 जुलाई को डोंट फॉरगेट टू जॉइन अस संडे मॉर्निंग 9:30 एंड वी विल अगेन बी विद यू ऑन दैट. लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, संडे इवनिंग देखो हमने एक छोटी सी हम्बल जर्नी शुरू करी थी. 500 लोगों के करीब हमने शुरू में ज्वाइन किया, एंड नाउ टुडे आवर फैमिली हैज ग्रोन almost 26-27,000 people right from 5th of June till date. And our vision is 10 लाख लोगों को 15 अगस्त तक अपने साथ जोड़ना है जो एजुकेशन को एम्पावर करना चाहते हैं. एक्सक्यूज मी. मेकिंग एजुकेशन रेलिवेंट को आगे लेके चलते हैं. वेबिनार सीरीज में कल से एक नया प्रोग्राम स्टार्ट हुआ. Dato Ramesh Kodamalji, who is a co-chairman of the ASEAN India Business Council, that is Association of Southeast Nations. इन्होंने नॉर्थ ईस्ट की बहुत बातचीत की, त्रिपुरा, मणिपुर, नागालैंड, मेघालय, असम, अरुणाचल प्रदेश, मिजोरम, इन सब की जब इन्होंने बातचीत की तो इन्होंने ये कहा कि नाउ लेट्स ब्रिंग आसियान कंट्रीज, ऑल द 10 कंट्रीज क्लोजर टू इंडिया with a special focus on northeast part of India. So all my brothers and sisters, those are joining us and those are watching and those are a part of this particular webinar, आपका 1 घंटा पूरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट को बदल सकता है, पूरा रेवोल्यूशन, पूरा चेंज लेके आ सकता है, एम्पावर कर सकता है। और नॉर्थ ईस्ट की जितनी भी हमारी स्टेट्स हैं, स्कूल, कॉलेजेस, इंस्टीट्यूशन, वी कैन डू वंडर्स ओवर देयर। और इन्होंने कल एक बड़ी अच्छी बात कही जो मैं आपसे एंड में रिपीट करूंगा। नाउ yet another powerful journey we are going to share with you. 15th of July is a World Youth Skills Day. Ladies and gentlemen, from 15th of July to 15th of August, we are starting a new program for you. Besides this, that is called Yes, Yes, Yes program. That means Youth Empowerment Strategies. It's a new webinar which will be starting for all of you and that will be focused exclusively because मैं ये नहीं चाहता कि youth elder से दूर रहे, elder के पास ना बैठे, क्योंकि one of the surveys shows that most of the youth are not interested to stay with their parents after 12. They want to go away, they want to go to a different study. That's not a healthy trend. नाना नानी की कहानियां, दादा दादी की कहानियां, वो पुरानी चीजें हम सब कुछ भूल रहे हैं। एक बार उसमें अब लौट चलें, अब लौट चलें, एक बार उसमें चल के देखिए, you will find. So we are starting a new wonderful series where we will have lot of things for you, youth empowerment strategies, and that's the program we are going to start from 15th of July. Ladies and gentlemen, we started this humble journey making education relevant on 5th of June because 5th of June, World Environment Day. We have already written the letter to Ministry of Environment and Forest, Ministry of HRD. We have also written to Ministry of MSME and couple of other, because companies, factories and corporate houses and all that. Our basic efforts are, all of us, we got to save every drop of the water. More and more, we do a study, we come to know that we are going to have a lot of challenges in future. पानी की बहुत किल्लत आने वाली है, पानी की बहुत प्रॉब्लम आने वाली है, पूरा वर्ल्ड फेस करने वाला है। तो जल संरक्षण की जब हम बातचीत कर रहे हैं तो इस कैंपेन के दौरान में हम रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे, इस समय बच्चे घर पर हैं, पेरेंट्स मे बी हम्बली रिक्वेस्ट यू, प्लीज टीच द वैल्यू ऑफ सेविंग एवरी ड्रॉप ऑफ द वाटर टू द चिल्ड्रन। और जब आपके स्कूल, कॉलेजेस, यूनिवर्सिटीज, इंस्टीट्यूशन, पॉलिटेक्निक, ITI सब खुल जाएंगे तो उसके बाद हम चाहेंगे कि शिक्षा के जितने भी संस्थान हैं वो बच्चों को बेसिकली ट्रेनिंग देगी हाउ टू सेव वाटर। और उसी के साथ साथ जो हमारे वर्किंग प्लेसेस हैं, जहां पर भी हम जॉब करते हैं, फैक्ट्री में है, कॉर्पोरेट में है, कहीं पर भी है, या हमारे पब्लिक प्लेसेस हैं, किसी मॉल में जाते हैं, किसी जगह भी, पानी की हर बूंद को बचाना है, यह हर एक को समझना पड़ेगा। और मैं एक दिन एक वेबिनार ये भी करने वाला हूं, जो लोग नए इक्विपमेंट्स बना रहे हैं वाटर सेविंग के लिए, उन लोगों को भी पैनल पे लेके आने वाला हूं, so that they will tell us what exactly are the strategies to save water, every drop of the water. Okay. Last 2.5 months, our chamber, all our advisors, our research scholars, my presidents in the different countries of our chamber, ICSI, International Chamber for Service Industry world over, they carried out the research and the confluence और उस पूरी research का निचोड़ ये triangle है। सबसे पहले basic food, यानी कि आप लोग अपने घर के अंदर, अपने घर की छत पर, अपने घर के किचन गार्डन में, आसपास में जहां भी जगह है वहां पर ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग शुरू कर दीजिए। This is something very important because if you start growing organic vegetables, you'll remain healthy, you'll make best use of your every inch and every part of your place wherever your residence is। अपनी कम्युनिटी के अंदर भी ये चीज लेके आइए, अपनी सोसाइटी में भी ये चीज लेके आइए। That is something very important. So हमको बेसिक एग्रीकल्चर, ऑर्गेनिक और न्यूट्रिशन और उसके साथ साथ एनिमल हस्बेंड्री की जो चीजें हैं उनके ऊपर ध्यान देना होगा। दैट इज द फर्स्ट पार्ट। सेकेंड पार्ट इज आपको हेल्थ पे ध्यान देना होगा, हेल्थ से ज्यादा वेलनेस पे ध्यान देना होगा। योगा, मेडिटेशन, नेचुरोपैथी, न्यूट्रिशन, जो कुछ भी। और देखिए आपकी सोच सारी दुनिया बदल सकती है अगर आपकी पॉजिटिव सोच है। और वसुधैव कुटुंबकम की जब हम बातचीत करते हैं बार बार, तो इंडिया की फिलॉसफी में है कि मैं भी सुखी रहूं, मेरा पड़ोसी भी सुखी रहे, हम सब ठीक से रहें, हम सब प्रसन्न रहें, हम सब अच्छे से रहें, कोई किसी को हार्म ना करे और एक दूसरे को एक फैमिली की तरह हम पूरे वर्ल्ड को लेके चलें। और उसी के साथ साथ थर्ड पार्ट पर आ जाइए, digital education and e-learning. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to share with my entire education fraternity world over. The world will not get back to what it used to be in January and February. We got to look forward. The digital era was to come after 5, 6, 10 years. It has come before time due to this COVID-19, but it has come. Let's adapt it. Anybody who thinks कि मेरे तो 2 साल रह गए रिटायरमेंट में, मुझे क्यों सीखना है, क्या करना है, please don't have that feeling, because you would require in your day-to-day life also. And as far as education is there, एजुकेशन की रेलेवेंस और ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाएगी। कोई भी बच्चा पैसा खर्च करने से पहले ये सोचेगा, मैं ये शिक्षा क्यों लूं, मैं ये सब्जेक्ट क्यों पढूं, मैं ये स्किल क्यों एक्वायर करूं। और स्किल से एक वर्ड आगे आ जाइए, अभी स्किल को पीछे छोड़ दीजिए, घर जाके आज जरूर देखिएगा what is the difference between skill and competency. We don't require skills anymore, we require competencies. That part is very important. और पूरा वर्ल्ड मूव करेगा सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट। और सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट कैसे होगा? B2B, that means back to basics. We got to, it's no more B2B is business to business, it's back to basics. We got to understand that is the research. And ladies and gentlemen, the most important slide before I finish and before I bring my 3 celebrities of today right before you, whatsoever human mind can conceive and believe can achieve. हमारे दिमाग ने कंसीव कर दिया है कि पूरे वर्ल्ड से, पूरी कंट्री से, पूरी कायनात से, पूरे संसार से सारे एजुकेटर और मोटिवेटर्स और जितने भी काउंसलर्स हैं, हम सबको इकट्ठा करना है। जितने भी पैनलिस्ट आज तक आए हैं वो हमें और लोगों से इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं। जो लोग हमारे साथ प्रोग्राम में जुड़ रहे हैं उन सबको भी हम रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं कि प्लीज प्लीज give us more panelists, give us more speakers, give us more good orators who can convince, who can motivate our children, our parents, क्योंकि parents का भी equal role है in education. Parents, teachers and youth, इन तीनों को लेके चलेंगे. So ladies and gentlemen, let's come together for Global Education Empowerment, International Chamber for Service Industry, ICSI. Website is right over here, the web portal www.icsiindia.in. Send email for joining as a panelist or suggestion, innovation@icsi.asia. Also, you can send a WhatsApp in case if you wish to. The entire thing is over here. And ladies and gentlemen, with this, I know everybody says our doctors are warriors, our nurses, our paramedical, they all are doing great job. Great salutation, great regards, great respect to all of them. They are doing wonderful job to save the humanity. But at the same time, our teachers, our educators, our principals, our vice chancellors, our entire ecosystem of the education world over are also warriors. And the people those come over here in the panel discussion are not less than any celebrities. Let me now get into the mood and aura of, it is like a Filmfare Award, because let me give that respect to my 3 distinguished panelists this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, let me extend a very hearty welcome to 3 of my panelists this evening. They are going to share their thought process, their wisdom, and their vision, and their expertise with all of us. The first celebrity of this evening, ladies and gentlemen, the nomination goes to Dr. Rajesh Hasija, Director Principal, Indraprastha Group of Schools. He established Indraprastha School, Dwarka, Paschim Vihar, and Noida with the motto, teach each child, develop whole child. Established security code in the sync with all the state mandated safety and security guidelines, rule and regulation. Designed rubrics of assessment of teaching learning process, ensuring quality assurance for imparting education at par with international standards. He is a recipient of the National Teachers Award 2003, awarded by then President of India, late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam ji. I hold Abdul Kalam ji in the great, great respect, because when I was talking to my wife this morning, 4 o'clock, when we both were walking, she was telling me there is a book called Wing of Fire. And this particular book gives beautiful kind of a notes. She's going through that book nowadays. And the best part for me is she reads, and whatever she tells, I acquire, and thereafter I share with all of you in the evening. Anyway, president, and thereafter comes he's a national coordinator, national testing agency for all competitive exams such as JEE, NEET, UGC, NET, GNU, etc. Member committee of courses and assessment, CBSE and NCERT, advisor integrating technology, CBSE, member executive committee of the National Accreditation Board for Education and Quality Council of India. So ladies and gentlemen, my first celebrity this evening, I extend a very hearty welcome to Dr. Rajesh Hasija. My second celebrity this evening, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, world over, wherever you are. I have got second celebrity this evening, Madam Shiba Kumar. She's a parenting coach and author, founder, Marvelous Minds. What a beautiful name, ma'am, you have given to your founder company. Well, Shiba Kumarji is a certified parenting coach, author, and a motivational speaker with over 13 years of diversified professional experience in the area of HR, training, teaching, and coaching. She's a believer in the power of gratitude and yoga. Today, she is a certified NLP, stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming practitioner. The other day, you met P.S. Rathore Saab also, if you remember. Yoga practitioner and a volunteer of many healing therapies. Ms. Shiba believes that every child has a unique gift and talent which needs to be nurtured. She has a passion to make a positive impact in the lives of young children who face academic, emotional, and behavioral challenges through a holistic approach. A very hearty welcome on the stage today, my second warrior, Madam Shiba Kumar. And ladies and gentlemen, here comes my third esteemed guest and a very distinguished guest this evening, Shri Vivek Atreji, Indian Administrative Service. He's a motivational speaker. He's an author, TEDx speaker, mentor, advisor, columnist, and visiting professor. He's the founder of Suvichar. Oh, क्या नाम रखा है आपने? Suvichar Think Tank. He's author. He is also a founder of the Vibrant Networking Forum, Chandigarh Library Society, and co-convener of the Intech Chandigarh. He's a member of the Governor Advisory Council for Chandigarh Union Territory. He addresses audience from industry and academia, government on the nuances of leadership, good governance, emotional intelligence, life skills, people skills, and public speaking skills, meditation, calmness, entrepreneurship, education, and sports. He writes a fortnightly column, Random Foray, for the Hindustan Times. He was the man behind the Chandigarh IT Park, Chandigarh Technology Park, which was established over here. He spearheaded the award-winning E-Sampark project. He also helped to place Chandigarh on the tourism map as a director of tourism. I must take a liberty to share with all of you, way back when he was director of tourism, all of us together, that means Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Chandigarh, Punjab, Haryana, all the secretary tourism, we went together with Mr. Vivek Atre to Mumbai, Hotel JW Marriott rooftop, all the producer, director, actors, celebrities together. And the discussion and deliberation over there when he was looking after tourism was, what do you want if you want to come for film shooting in Northern India? And they told, we need single window system. Ladies and gentlemen, let me endorse, this man is a man of action, man of immediate action. And we came back in the Union Territory, in the Chandigarh, in the UT guest house. One room was converted and that became Bollywood cell. And from there, the journey started. Every producer director from Mumbai, Bollywood, and Tollywood, and Chennai, and Hyderabad, and Ramaji, and Karnataka, all the people were sending their requests directly over there. Within no time, they are granted permission to do their film shooting, television serial, music albums, whatever they want to do from one single window. And that is Vivek Atre. I hold him in a great respect. He's a wonderful, very positive person. He was advisor KPMG and PwC on a 2-year sabbatical from government. So ladies and gentlemen, with these words, let me draw the curtains and get all the 3 celebrities on this evening's wonderful global platform, making education relevant. And we start this evening with Dr. Rajesh Hasija, my first celebrity and my first warrior.
Hi, good evening to each and every one of you. Thank you, Dr. Gulshan Kumar, for such words, nice words, talking about my teaching learning journey. Making education relevant and education making every individual relevant are the two most important dimensions of education. One of the SDGs emphasizes Sustainable Development Goal that all learners must acquire the knowledge and skills for sustainable development, human rights, gender equality, peace, non-violence, global citizenship, cultural diversity, etc., etc., etc. And that's all to achieve through quality education. In the past 70 years, we have been having a classroom teaching learning, and it is going very effectively. The schools, Indian schools, have produced best of the minds, and the whole world today, if you talk about all top CEOs, they are led by the Indian minds, which are trained in the grassroots level at school education in India. COVID-19 happened. COVID-19 changed the entire dimension of the school's teaching learning process. Probably in the past 70 years, we went with the one mindset of teaching learning. The teacher is the great guru. The teacher knows everything. Teacher is the ultimate source of knowledge. Some sector at some level, there were some changes, but those changes were so minimal that probably we don't count that. Things started with COVID-19 when the four walls of the classroom got closed, school building got shut, and there was a change of paradigm about teaching learning. How do teaching learning happens? How do I connect with my children sitting at home? How do we engage them constructively? When Dr. Gulshan said about warriors, yes, teachers are also one segment warriors who are constructively occupying every child being at home in the four walls of the house and enlightening them, empowering them to be a better learner. Allow me to share with my screen, and I have a very small PPT. I know time is short, but I would go with this. The transition, transformation. School buildings are shut, but teaching learning is on. How this happened, how we take care. Let me take a small story. Every child is an Arjun, and every teacher expects, every school expects every child to be like an Arjun, most qualified, most successful, most learned, a student disciple. But is it possible that every child to be a Arjun? Every child has their own pace of learning, own level of learning, own approach of learning. Thus, every school and every teacher focuses on holistic development. We focus on academic excellence. We focus on one-to-one connect, innovation, creativity, co-curricular, feedback, follow-up, and then we come to the physical and social development. All these six dimensions make a holistic development progress of every child. But are we successful in this process? Are we able to create every child? We carve every child to be an Arjuna? No. The story is not that positive. What happens? Teaching learning has four major components which I normally take up. Allow me to take up one by one these pillars. First pillar and the most important is facilitator. You can call him as a teacher, or I love to call him as a learner. Him or her is one of the same. Second comes pedagogy or tools, which are the most important to connect with. Third pillar, which is called learner, disciple, and follower. So teacher, taught, and the pedagogy, they are connected with the most important, that's called conducive environment, which has many components: reinforcement through peer learning, through conducive environment, or through homeschool partnership, and many other dimensions of this. Let me take briefly one by one each one's role on this one. I'm sharing with you 3 days back story. This Dutch teacher knits adorable tiny dolls of her 23 students. Can you ever heard of a teacher in the lockdown in the four walls of home? She missed her 23 students and she knitted these 23 dolls, gave each doll a name of one of the student, and she said it becomes much easy for me to connect with every student. I would mention number of them. Rajesh Kumar Sharma, who started his school under the Yamuna flyover metro railway station, has 800 students. Abdul Malik, who swims in Kerala about 9 kilometers every day to reach students in time, otherwise it takes about 3 hours. Babar Ali became a headmaster at the age of 16. Arvind Gupta, the professor of IIM, has invented how to make toys from the trash. Or Anand Kumar, the Super 30, everybody has seen the thing. What is common in all these? They are all passionate. So first pillar has to be passionate, expert communicator and listener, patient, caring, kind personality, dedication to teaching, engaged student. But one thing common in all them is connect. One can say what happens now when we are sitting within the four walls of the home. How do we connect? There are 7 ways we can connect. You have to face-to-face training through any digital mode. You have a virtual classroom, you have webinar, you have links, you have simulation, you have assessment. It is being said one of the most important tool to connect with the children. And then you give a one-to-one feedback or coaching. Connect is the most important tool for a teacher to be with the children. So be Guru Dronacharya. How Guru Dronacharya? I'm sure everybody knows the story of the Dronacharya and his tools, technology. Guru Dronacharya was coming after meeting King Drupad. He wanted to be the Raj Guru, but Drupad did not allow him. He was passing through the Gurugram, yesterday's Gurgama and today's Gurugram. That's how the name is there. He saw the Kauravas and Pandava children playing and the ball fell into the well and they were trying to work out. Dronacharya saw children literally seeking help. He took up a blade of grass and he threw on the ball. This blade of grass got stuck with the ball. Second blade, which got fixed behind the first blade, and so on. He made a rope with the blade of grasses and then he pulled out the ball outside the well. That was the technology. That was the tool. That was the passion of the Guru Dronacharya, who became Raj Guru Dronacharya. Let every teacher be a Dronacharya. Thus remember, it is the pedagogy which is important, not pedagogy. I am often saying switch over, transition, transformation. After March 2020 happened, it was more of pedagogy. I have joined many parents, people, principals requested me. I have looked into transition is good, but if transition is not able to connect with the child at home, sitting at home, probably it is a pedagogy. You have to shift to pedagogy. Learning platform. I will not go much in detail. I have a time constraint, but let me share with you number of the digital platforms are available. Maybe Google Classroom, maybe Peer Deck, maybe Blackboard, maybe Canvas, maybe EduPuzzle, maybe Edmodo, one of the very fine, maybe Socrative, maybe Loom, or learning packets are available. YouTube offers learning packets. You can record your own learning packets. Prezi offers you a lot of presentation skills. So today, teacher, if wants to connect with the child sitting at home in the four wall of so-called classroom, work out number of platforms which is convenient, which is the future of your school. As Dr. Gulshan said that the technology has come in advance. I said technology is much delayed. 1944, IBM vice president said, probably what doesn't belong to more than 2 computers. And in 1987, it is said that we are delayed in technology. So 2020, let me tell you, we are delayed in integrating technology at least by 30 years. So this is the time COVID-19 has given us an opportunity, a chance to connect with. Every teacher's dream student is Eklavya, curious to learn, committed, dedicated. I mean, such a person that he doesn't require even a teacher. He had that connect with his teacher, Guru Dronacharya. He made a statue and started learning. Every teacher wants his student to be like Eklavya. He was not successful, but he was committed. He had that curiosity to learn. But yes, I don't want every child to be Eklavya, left behind, not to be successful like Arjun. That's why I said every school wants an Arjun, every parents want an Arjun, and every child should be like an Arjun, not an Eklavya. The fourth platform which really require is the home school partnership. Today, parents are playing the role of a surrogate teacher. It was a time 9 to 5 when I was playing the role of a surrogate parent. But today, parent is expected to play the role of a surrogate teacher. I was talking to a parent of Indraprastha and said, how do you inspire children to be in the class, in the digital classroom? He said, I have converted my house to a flexible school. I love the idea. He said, there is a classroom. I ring the bell that get ready for the classroom, and then the learning goes on. I'm so happy because I become a partner. I'm also learning as my child learns. He's playing the role of a peer partner to the child. And remember, if child is able to get a conducive environment, an inspiring parent, and also a peer friend in the form of a parent, probably learning would happen in a best possible way. Future, my dear all listeners, is for blended learning. COVID-19 would stay. Only digital will also not work, but the blend of the both is required. Thus, choose pedagogy, choose technology, choose environment which can help you to have what I have adopted the motto: teach each child, develop whole child, let every child be an Arjun. There are going to be challenges. Digital divide is going to be there. Lack of exposure to handle online platform is going to be there. Content development, accuracy, complexity, depth, less interactive, less shared, not delivered effectively, or maybe information overlaid. All this is going to be there. Communication probably may be another hurdle. Inculcating self-discipline, assessment and accountability, inculcating 21st century skills, needs and expectation, and most important, isolation of the child is going to be there. How do you handle? Please work out different approaches, different methodologies, and Shiba is there who's going to talk more on this one. I strongly believe हर पत्थर की तस्वीर संवर सकती है. Every statue, every stone can be made into a statue of God. शर्त ये है, करीने से संवारा जाए. Responsibility lies on me as a teacher, also to the parent who is helping me as a surrogate teacher. Thank you very much for being with me today. Thank you, Anurag.
Thank you very much, Dr. Saab. Such a wonderful. हर पत्थर की तस्वीर बदल सकती है, हर पत्थर की तकदीर बदल सकती है.
शर्त ये है,
Wonderful. शर्त ये है. Yes.
करीने से
What a
सवार.
beautiful. Yes, yes. I'm so grateful to Swarnima Luthra ji, brought such a wonderful dignitary and such a wonderful person. Ladies and gentlemen, मैंने शिवा जी को भी शुरू में कहा और डॉक्टर राजेश को भी कहा कि एजुकेशन में म्यूजिक थेरेपी का आना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है. जब तक आपकी लाइफ में हैप्पीनेस ना हो, लाफ्टर ना हो, म्यूजिक ना हो, आपको जिस तरीके से टेक्नोलॉजी को अडॉप्ट करना होगा उसी तरीके से म्यूजिक को भी. Gamification in education is also coming. We are talking to, our chamber is talking to almost 70 companies world over, and we are requesting them, why don't you make the games which are positive, which are constructive, instead of making it destructive games. And today look at the environment. हम घर के अंदर हैं और एनवायरनमेंट ने अपने आप को बैलेंस करने के लिए, और जब खिड़की के बाहर देखता हूं और विवेक अत्रे जी को देखता हूं और काफी दूर देखता हूं, कुछ मीलों पर देखता हूं, तो हरियाली, पेड़, पौधे, पत्ते, एनवायरनमेंट, तो एक मन में उमंग आती है। और सारी बाहर की वातावरण प्रकृति को देखने के बाद, क्योंकि इन्होंने अपने पीछे भी ग्रीनरी बहुत सारी लगाई हुई है जहां ये बैठे हैं, तो मुझे यहां आता है, बल खाती बेले मस्ती में खेले, पेड़ों से मिल के गले, नीले गगन के तले, धरती का प्यार पले, ऐसे ही जग में आती है सुबह, ऐसे ही शाम ढले। If we do not take care of the environment, environment will take care of itself. So Vivek Atreji has already taken care of the environment so beautifully. He's going to change the environment. And ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. And I also give a thumping clap to invite Shri Vivek Atreji.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gulshan Sharma, and thank you, Rajesh Hasija ji, Dr. Hasija. Thank you, Shiva, for being co-panelist. Dr. Gulshan Sharma, I must compliment you for this series, and I must also compliment you for being so energetic. I must have met you about 20 years ago, first time. I think you are more energetic now than you were earlier. Always so full of energy and enthusiasm. Wonderful to see you. And let me also say that this initiative, reaching out to all corners of the world and discussing education, is very, very important, extremely relevant, and I will be very happy to help in any way I can in future also. With all my connections, I now have 2.5 million views on YouTube in my motivational speaking. I have a large number of followers on my book, which I'll talk about later. So it's good to collaborate with good people and right thinking. और ये मुझे पता नहीं था आप गाना भी इतना अच्छा गाते हैं, अदरवाइज बॉलीवुड में रोल या सिंगिंग स्लॉट आपको भी मिल सकता था. वंडरफुल. Okay, let me start with the child, because the child is the father of man and we are talking about education. What does the child have? And it is C for child, right? So today I'm going to use C a lot. No PPT, I'm just going to speak for 12 minutes or so. Child has three things: curiosity, creativity, confidence. Why I'm saying this? Let us look at a toddler of 3 years, 4 years. No fear, zero fear. A child who is thrown up by the mother into the air, a little 1-year-old or maybe 2-year-old also, is caught. No mother has ever dropped her child. The child has no fear in the air. Fear develops as we grow up. The world tells us, be scared of this, be scared of that. So that curiosity, that confidence, that creativity actually reduces as the child grows up. Let me give you the example of a child who went with his mother to a concert opera in the 1910 or 1915 era. In Poland, Paderewski was a great composer. He was to play at an opera house, and children were not allowed, but the mother smuggled the child into the hall. Mothers can do such things. She made the child sit quietly, don't say anything, otherwise he will turn you out, the stewards. Paderewski was to come in 5 minutes onto the stage and begin. And what happened? The mother saw a friend sitting 2 rows ahead and got up to meet. Ladies want to say hello to each other. She says to the child, 5-year-old, don't go anywhere, I'm coming back. Goes to meet the lady. The child runs away, of course. Child is curious, confident, creative. Goes to the stage, sees a red sign, no entry, doesn't care, goes on to the piano. Middle of the stage, Paderewski is about to come, and the 5-year-old starts playing the piano. Now the mother comes back, horrified, curtain is opening. Child, where is the child? Notices the child is on the stage. And Paderewski comes to play. He notices the child, and look at the composure of Paderewski. He sits down and plays with the child for 1 hour. improvising, music therapy के आपने बात की. The child keeps playing and Paderewski keeps improvising, and the concert becomes a super hit. The mother is so terrified. At the end of it, she becomes a superstar. The child becomes a superstar. And let me also share a little nugget. Paderewski goes on to become the Prime Minister of Poland after a few years, not because of that child, but generally. So look at the fearlessness of a child. What does the education system do? I have been director of school education, technical education, you know it. The education system, unfortunately, steals the creativity, stifles the confidence, and stifles the curiosity. What happens is rote learning comes in, marks come in, everything becomes marks. Now, I have a quote very humbly, I must share that quote over here. This is by Vivek Atre. Life is not about marks, life is about making a mark. You have to make a mark in life. Number aapke 99, 98, 97, 95 doesn't matter. A backbencher, a middle bencher, a front bencher have an equal opportunity in life. The backbenchers are normally more creative because they will play with chalk, they will play with doodling. Teacher is away. The creativity quotient of the last row is higher than the creativity quotient of the front row where the teacher is right there. So the front row become toppers. The middle row become balanced, and the third row, last row becomes, but not necessarily. The education system tries to straitjacket everybody. In India, unfortunately, schools do not really encourage creativity. But I have three more C's. These three C's, curiosity, creativity, confidence. If these are added into the education system, and three more, character. Character is the C which matters. As a nation, if India is looking at building a generation of honest, morally high value people, we need to make sure that that moral education subject is taken seriously in school. And we need to make sure that examples of inspiring stories are given to these children from a young age. The next C I want to mention is calmness. Calmness is something which is such a golden quality. If you see Sachin Tendulkar making double century after double century, the mind was calm. Roger Federer winning Wimbledon after Wimbledon, the mind is calm. He doesn't think, what if I lose? What if I lose? What if I lose? He doesn't think that. He's focusing on the ball, watching the ball, playing the ball on merit. Calmness needs to be with every student, every young person, every old person. Meditation at a young age has been introduced by leading schools. My fellow panelists will agree with me that at a very young age, creativity, calmness, these are values to be incorporated in the children. And the last one, which I would mention for this particular series of C, which I'm talking about, is compassion. Compassion makes you think of others. I am not self-centered if I am compassionate. I have empathy for others. So if we look at these 6 qualities, creativity, curiosity, confidence, calmness, character, and compassion, then we make a complete child. Again, CC, complete child. So we really need to focus on making the child. Now you showed the Dr. Hasija showed, I think I remember the name of the educationist, Dr. Durante or something like that. He made children pay for 1 month or do whatever they want with a camera. Because the children were able to just go ahead and do what they liked. In Google, now I'll take you to my area of IT for a minute. IT, tourism, Dr. Sharma told you are my areas. Education is also my area. Google allows half a day every week. Only think, only ideate, no work. You come up with some ideas in half a day. Come back after strolling in the gardens. Come back after going uphill. In Chandigarh, we say going uphill, going in the hills of the Himalayas. Do whatever you have to do, but come up with ideas. In school, we should introduce a creativity period. Games period are also too few. The music period is hardly there. Only study, 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 study. and everything is information. Information is not knowledge. Information is not learning. Learning is by doing. And I often, we had an advisor, Dr. Sharma knows, his name was Mr. Lalit Sharma. He said classrooms should be outdoors. Even in Chandigarh, winters at least they could be outdoors. You teach a boy a leaf or a student a leaf on the blackboard, take them outdoors and teach them all the leaves you want. So this kind of incorporation will make education relevant. We're talking about education being relevant. Now I'm a technologist. I find it very easy to be in webinars. Dr. Sharma does one every day. Shiba does one every second day, I can guess. Dr. Hasija has done 100 of them already. I have done 2 every day in the last 3 months. So I'm also on 70 or 80, batting well, going to go to 100. The point is that technology is our facilitator. We need to make it a servant and utilize it to the best possible extent. We cannot allow it to become our boss. My technologist in the pocket is my smartphone here. If I make it my boss, then it becomes overbearing. I need to put it in my pocket and switch it off at times. A child who is growing up only with screen time needs to get creativity time, happiness time, family time, much more than only screen time. So education becoming relevant means we raise human beings who are well-rounded, all-rounders. You know, Dr. Hasija, that there's a talk of social emotional learning. Now, social emotional learning is something which is being incorporated in schools, but not enough. I've been director of school education. Unfortunately, government schools will find it very difficult to reach there. However, it is possible that we educate and motivate the teachers. When I speak to the teachers in my webinars with Shulini University, nowadays I've done many of them, I tell the teachers being role models is something you have to work upon. I am also an educator nowadays. All 4 of us are educators. We need to work upon being the example. We cannot tell people do this, do this, do this. They will watch Vivek Atre has come to deliver a lecture. How is Vivek Atre? I want to be like Vivek Atre. I want to be like Shiva Kumar. I want to be like Dr. Hasija. I want to be like Dr. Gulshan Sharma. Look at Dr. Gulshan Sharma at 70 with so much energy. I want to be like him. So I need to be the role model. I may know chemistry very well. It doesn't really matter that much. I will be loved and having lots of goodwill if I inspire my students. Chemistry teacher can also tell stories from Finland or Kota or Gurgaon or somewhere. Make the lecture interesting. There's no point in only writing down the formulas on the board and going away. Now let me give you an example. I'm also a writer. I write for Times of India, HT, Tribune. One of my columns found its way to the Maharashtra School Education Board, class 12 textbook, without my knowledge. One principal who is my classmate from olden days calls me, Vivek, your chapter is there in the Maharashtra School Education Board, written by you. Now that was a funny piece I wrote on my sister waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, like Dr. Sharma. And my sister-in-law who lives in Delhi wakes up at 11 o'clock in the morning. 7 ghante ka gap aa gaya. This is known as a yawning divide. So I called it yawning divide. It is a chapter. They are writing exams on that chapter. So the questions in that chapter are, what time does the author's sister wake up? What time does she go for a walk? And you will find it so surprising. My creativity and humor in that chapter has been stifled by the board and the teachers. They are coming up with video recordings of teachers teaching that chapter. You will search on YouTube and find well-meaning people. I'm not saying they are poor teachers. They're well-meaning. But they are teaching that chapter with so much boredom. It's a funny, hilarious chapter. So what I did, Dr. Sharma, I recorded my own video teaching that chapter. I said, ye hai ye chapter, Hindi mein. I don't know Marathi, so Hindi mein. And that is now going very popular on YouTube. A yawning divide, written by Vivek Atre, explained by Vivek. So what we need to do is to make teachers, we need to work upon the teachers to make education relevant. We don't need to work upon the students. Students are brilliant and they are capable, they are energetic, they are intelligent. The only thing they lack is emotional intelligence. That is something which should come from 12 years of schooling, 3 years, 5 years of college. By the time a guy is 20, 21, he should be emotionally intelligent, more than intelligent. However, we need to educate and motivate the teachers. If I want to make my child a teacher, only then the country will improve. I want to make my child a policeman or a businessman or a celebrity Bollywood star. Nobody wants to make his children a teacher, or the child doesn't want to become a teacher. So the teaching profession needs to be glamorized. Glamorized, I don't say lightly. I say it seriously. It needs to be valued by the youth. The youth is driven by glamour. Why does everyone want to become Bollywood or Indian cricket team? Glamour. It is fame, glamour. I, as a teenager, wanted to play cricket for India. I played till under 19, very seriously. But if we make the teaching profession glamorous, so to say, sought after, well paid, well respected, well covered. I really like the point Dr. Sharma said. I'll close in 2 minutes. Dr. Sharma said that Corona warriors, even Atul Khosla, my fellow professor at Shulini, says the same in my webinars. Teachers are Corona warriors, sitting at home with the mother-in-law and everybody, and beech mein bhindi bhi ban rahi hai, dal bhi ban rahi hai, then coming and teaching on webinar, and then the child is there, the students' parents are sitting and watching the class performance. Till today, the teacher had only students as audience. Today, suddenly the grandmother and everybody is making opinions. ये तो teacher बड़ी खराब है, ये तो कुछ नहीं सिखाती है, ये तो ऐसा है वैसा है. So the paradigms have shifted and changed. The goalposts have shifted. We need to make sure that our teachers are adept, capable, experts in teaching. But more than that, they need to be inspired. They need to be motivated. I have kept with me a book here, which I will show before I close. And this book is my guru's book. So I follow Autobiography of a Yogi. It is by Paramahansa Yogananda. It is not a religious book. That's why I'm showing it. It's a spiritual classic. It tells us the meaning of life. What is the meaning of life? There is no life without inspiration, without connecting your body, mind, and soul. Your soul has to be developed. Meditation, contemplation, calmness, yoga, physical fitness, everything has to be balanced. And the last couple of points I'll say is, where is happiness to be found? Happiness is the goal of life. Success is not the goal of life. Happiness is the goal of life. And happiness is to be found from within. I cannot feel happy by becoming even the Prime Minister of the United States, President of the United States, and we know who the President of the United States is. Doesn't look happy. Now the power, all the power in the world cannot give me happiness if I don't find it within. All the fame, all the money, all the power will not give it to me. I resigned from the IAS 2.5 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, only to become a motivational speaker. I'm doing my best to inspire people, motivate people. I'm getting more recognition than before, but I'm loving my job. I go all over India. I went to Spain twice. I speak all over the world. I love this because I get more traction, more receptibility, and more people falling in line with this kind of thing. So, Dr. Sharma, you're doing a great job. I wanted to say this, and before I leave, I know Shiba is going to talk about parenting skills, and over to you, and all the best. And thank you very much for listening. I'll just show the cover of my book very humbly. It's called Finding Success Within. It is about 52 life skills for young people. And that photograph is mine. In case I don't look like it, it is me. Finding Success Within. And it is available. It came out in March. It is on Amazon, etc. So all the best to you all, and keep shining, keep smiling, and remember my 6 C's always. Thank you, Dr. Sharma.
Thank you very much, Vivek Atraji. Once again, I found that brotherhood, that warmth, that passion, that energy, and all the 6 points I have taken: curiosity, creativity, confidence, character, calmness, compassion, all the points. And the wonderful point which you have given finally is happiness is the goal of life, and it comes from within. That's very important. आपके जाने से पहले आपसे 2 वायदे लेने हैं. Number 1, you have got 2.5 million people following you, they all should be a part tonight of the Making Education Relevant campaign. I would.
I will post it. I will post it. Sure.
That is one. And secondly, एक बड़ा अच्छा मोहम्मद रफी का गाना है, फिर मिलोगे कभी, इस बात का वादा कर लो, हमसे एक और मुलाकात का वादा कर लो.
बिल्कुल वादा रहा. Dr. Hasija and Shiba, please let's stay connected. And all of you people watching, I know there are thousands and thousands of people watching. Stay connected on social media with us.
God bless. God bless.
It was
And
very inspiring, Vinay, and certainly we'll connect soon.
yes. And finding success within, I'm going to read tonight, and tomorrow I'm going to quote in my next program. I'm going to read, I'm going to steal some of the things from there.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Ji. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get my third celebrity this evening. Great respect to the lady. And we have got Madam Shiba Kumar. You have to unmute your mic, lady.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for such a heartwarming welcome. I mean, it is indeed a pleasure to be in this great platform. And I must say that you're such a dynamic personality, a vibrant personality, and you're truly inspiring, sir. You've actually inspired me a lot, and you're a child at heart. And that is what I really liked about you. Amazing personality you are. And I would also like to thank our distinguished panelist, Dr. Rajesh Hasija, and the panelist, Vivek Atri. You have shared great insights, and it's been a very meaningful session, power-packed speeches, inspiring, motivating, I must say. Thank you so much to both of you. And I want to thank Ma'am Anita Sharma for giving me this wonderful opportunity. She introduced me to this amazing platform, this great forum, and I don't have words to express, ma'am, how grateful I am to you for giving me this wonderful opportunity. I owe a big thanks to Swarnima, ma'am, for all her efforts and getting me here. And it is indeed a great pleasure. And I want to extend my sincere gratitude to all the participants for taking out time from their busy schedule and making it for the webinar. It really means a lot. And thank you so much for that. And to all the parents, especially, because you know what, what I'm going to talk about, it's something, it's very close to my heart. It's something really close to my heart. And I love all the parents out there, amazing parents out there who are doing a great job for the children. Before moving ahead, I would like to share a beautiful quote by Bernie Siegel, which says, "Embrace each challenge as an opportunity for self-transformation." And this is something so close to my heart, because I am a living proof to the fact that each and every one of us has the power, the potential to overcome all the obstacles in our life, all the adversities in life, and to build that self-worth that we have. All of us has the power to transform and find better opportunities in life. And that is what it really inspired me, this particular quote. Well, moving on further to all the amazing parents out there, you have the wonderful gift on earth, the most precious gift, and that's nothing but our amazing souls, the innocent souls on the earth. And in spite of we all doing so much for our children, one thing which is missing is, and the question that I need to ask all the parents are, is our children happy with the way our parenting practices are? And that is something which I want to bring forth, the problem areas, I need to highlight upon. Due to time constraint, I'll not be able to cover all the practices, but some powerful parenting practices I want to share with all the parents, which is really work like magic in my life, my child's life. As a parent, I've experienced it. It's been such a rewarding experience. I want to share with all of you, and it's my humble request to all of you to start these practices, right now, today or tomorrow, whatever it is. Let's build that, great habits in our life, and let's make our children become a lifelong learner. So that is what I wanted to put across to all of you. Well, I understand that the whole world is going through an unprecedented challenge. And this is a challenge which the world has never faced before. but it has offered as an opportunity for introspection. This is the time as parents we can bring that change in our own life, in our children's life. And as it is rightly said by our father of nation, be the change you want to see in the world. And we being the most influential person in our child's life, we are the role model for our children because they see the wonders of the world through our eyes. So let's be a role model for the children. Let's bring that change and model that behavior in our everyday action and make the change in a child's life. Well, I was talking about happiness, which Vivek sir has also rightly shared that the ultimate goal is happiness, which is nothing but if we talk about happiness, it is a state of mind and it takes us inward, not outward. We all are living in a physical world. We, feel things, touch things. So we are looking for everything outside. And something which we need to look upon is to connect our children with the inner world. That is the most important thing. And that reminds me of something really important, which our great business visionary has shared. The father of management theory, Peter Drucker, has shared, and in fact, he has predicted that this 21st century is going to be an era of self-management. And this is so true. And if we talk about all those, what is happening around, as parents, we are putting an heart and soul for the children. We love our children so much. And we dream about a lot of things. We want to have a successful career for our children. We dream about all the things under the sun. We want our, innocent souls to flourish and do big things in their life. But ultimately, we are focusing only on their achievement, and achievement. The focus is only on IQ skills, whether it's reading, writing, arithmetic. Our focus is on getting good grades, getting admission in elite universities, becoming big in life, building a successful career. But the question that we all need to ask ourselves is our children happy? Whenever I open the newspaper, I see this innocent souls taking drastic step in their life because one area of their wheel of life is suffering. One area, just one area. And I have had the opportunity of working with n number of children, thousands of children. I have had the wonderful opportunity of working as a teacher. I have had the wonderful opportunity of working with precious souls, the underprivileged children, because I'm working for the cause of empowerment of these children. One thing what I have realized is these innocent souls have so much of unique potential in them, limitless potential. Their life is so full of possibilities. But our focus is just on one aspect of life. And as a parent, as I embarked on a journey to help my daughter overcome her seemingly impossible challenges, I realized that we parents are not only playing the role of a caretaker, but we are also playing a key role in the holistic development of the child. And when I talk about the holistic development of the child, it is physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, social aspect of the child's development. We are only focusing on the academic aspects. We are putting pressure on the innocent souls. We are not even taking their opinion, their views, their thoughts. We want to fulfill our dreams through them. We want to fulfill our unfulfilled dreams through them. And, this is what we are doing without even understanding where the child's passion lies, where the child's interest lies. So that is where emotional intelligence comes into picture, as what is beautifully portrayed by Vivek Atre sir, where he has mentioned about emotional intelligence. Well, when I talk about emotional intelligence, I will not go into the depth of it. However, four attributes which covers the emotional intelligence part are the self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship building. These four factors majorly play a role in building that emotional intelligence and to take the child's life to the next level where they can live a life of fulfillment, a meaningful life, a happy life. Now, when I talk about the self-awareness and self-management, I cannot stop myself. I have goosebumps because this is specifically from my experience as an individual who have overcome all the health challenges in my life. This is from my experience as a mother my child going through all the challenges and coming out of it, yoga worked like a miracle in our life. uh, Nurturing spirituality in a child's life is very important. We as a family, I want to share my experience that we follow a miracle morning routine of waking up early in the morning at 4 o'clock, and we do yoga, meditation, and pranayam. Yoga, as we all know, it's a union of body, mind, and soul, and it not only works on the physical aspects, work on the overall well-being of the person. And as we all know, pranayam is something which does miracle in a child's life to calm their mind, to enhance their concentration, their focus, and everything. And meditation, as we all know, it nourishes our soul. So nothing better than involving our children in this spiritual aspect. That is one thing which I really feel that it should be an integral part of the curriculum in schools as well, because this is something which is a need of the hour. The kind of stress that children are going through, anxiety that they are taking in the current situation of COVID-19 pandemic, this is one place where the parents can play a key role, because a parent is the first teacher of the child, and education begins at home. The teachers are doing an amazing job. They are shaping up the future of the child. But these key skills, the life skills, that starts from home, and the parents have to take care of it. And what a beautiful experience if you wake up in the morning with your child at 4 o'clock. Just try it once and you will experience a miracle in the life. We really miss going out and in that sunrise doing the yoga in the park. It's okay, but we as a family enjoying together and having really fun. This is a fun way of, because what is happening is that many parents have called for counseling and coaching, and they end up complaining about the children. Okay, the children are sitting throughout the day and this thing. There are so many things that you can do, and what better than to start the day with yoga, meditation, pranayam. It'll change your family's life for better. And when I talk about this self-awareness, that is a part of emotional intelligence. It will help the child to connect with their thoughts, to control their emotions, to control their impulses, their desires, to delay gratification, the instant gratification. So it will help them to control their actions, their thoughts, be devoted. So every aspect of a child's life will be taken care by the spiritual practice. And second most important practice, which I want to share with all of you. In fact, my book is on the power of gratitude parenting. This book has more to offer than just gratitude, which I'll be discussing with all of you. But gratitude practices has long been a crucial part of my life. A crucial part of my life, I must say. I'm sorry, there's a power failure. So it's been a crucial part of my life, and it came as a life savior at a time when I was going through depression. I was having anxiety, panic attack, because I was suffering with a neurological condition of my brain, or severe complication in my brain, which left me almost paralyzed. I was almost like bedridden. That is when I started complaining, and my first visit to AIMS changed my whole perspective towards life. There I saw these little innocent children suffering, and I, a grown up adult, sitting and complaining that, oh my God, what is happening? Why me, God? Why me, God? That was a journey of introspection for me, a journey of self discovery for me. That changed my whole perspective towards life. I came back home. I took out a diary. I started writing all those beautiful things that I have in life, and my list was endless. These gratitude practices can make miracle in a child's life. Please, I urge all the parents out there, please start this practice of writing in the gratitude journal, or expressing gratitude to each other for everything that we have in life, for air, water, for everything, yeah, for the fact that we are alive, for the fact that we have so much of resources available, for the fact that we have a family, we have a house, everything that will help the children rethink the whole thing. They will develop a positive outlook towards life, because today the children, they are innocent souls. They do not know. All they are missing their friends, they are missing the school, they're missing their teachers, they're sitting at home with anxiety, they anxious about the whole thing. There you can encourage your children to write in the gratitude journal. what are the good things that they have in their life. They will start appreciating and acknowledging things and develop a positive attitude towards life. That is the second practice which I want to share with all the parents. And Vivek sir has talked about it, about compassion. The third practice, that these are all a part of self-management skills, and creating that self-awareness and calming the mind of the children for the overall holistic development. So the third practice which I want to share with you is to teach the joy of giving in children. And look at the COVID warriors, where the health workers, teachers, everybody working tirelessly, contributing to the society. This is one aspect which I really feel every parent should model in their own behavior, because we started taking our child to the orphanage, and we started paying visit to the slum areas and everything when my child was very small. She was not even 4 years old, and she started observing these children, the kind of love and warmth she experienced from these children. For the small little things that we used to carry for these children, they used to feel that joy. Little things, they don't have any resources, nothing, but for the little gifts that we used to give those children, they used to feel they used to have that gratitude and everything. It changed my daughter's whole perspective. Today my daughter is a 13 years old, and she is in class 9. And today, her dream is to open up schools for these underprivileged children and work towards the cause of empowerment of these children. And she wants to do for the environment. So many things. She has shared a video on yoga very recently, where she has shared about her journey of transformation. She wants to reach out to maximum friends of her age group, to encourage them to get into the power of yoga, and get into contribution and everything. There are many things as parents we can inculcate, those values, attitudes, beliefs in the children. And one important practice which I want to share with all of you is, because whatever what we eat, we become what we eat. We become what we believe. We become what we think. Many children are growing with the self-limiting belief that they are not good enough. They are not worthy. They don't know what self-love is all about. That is where affirmation works as the super holistic and refreshing way of creating that positive mindset in the children. Send positive messages to the children, appreciate your children for the little good things that you're. It's okay if they're not doing good academically. They have some hidden potential. They have some, limitless potential within them. Whatever little things they are doing, appreciate them and help them, encourage the child to practice positive affirmation. A simple exercise which I want to share with all the parents out there, which works like wonders for the children, is that whenever they pass through the mirror, when they go to the washroom or every day, they can just look straight into the mirror, straight into their eyes, and they can speak as many affirmations as possible. I am the best. I am the best. I am a winner. I am an all-rounder. Whatever they want to say, that will instill that confidence in them, the self-confidence, that positive belief. So that is really, really very relevant in today's scenario, because the children are going through so much. It is on us to inculcate those values in the children, and we need to teach them teamwork. When I talk about building relationship, which is one aspect of emotional intelligence, and the longest study conducted by Harvard University on humankind, it says that the only way to stay happy is to build relationship, and building relationship starts from home. A family bond, family unity. And at this point in time, this is the best opportunity for you to involve your children in household chores. And research shows that doing household chores will make the children great leaders of tomorrow. Those children who practice doing all these things at home, helping the parents, it will help them to appreciate the efforts that the parents put in to raise innocent souls. They are watching all the actions and everything. So I would request all the parents, please involve your children in the household chores and help them develop that bond. They will learn teamwork, they will learn bonding, they will learn unity within the family. And this, when they will leave your comfort zone and go to the real world, to face the corporate world or any other world, they are going to work to to any area of their life, it will really help them to become great leaders of tomorrow. Let's make our children great leaders of tomorrow. Just build that character in them. And when I was talking about building the character, it reminds me of our late, great visionary, great scientist, former president, late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Sir has mentioned about Sir's wife reading that book, Wings of Fire. I was about to mention about the same, wherein Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, in his book, has described his father as a man of true innate wisdom and great generosity. And Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam mentioned in the book that the mother used to feed far more outsiders than the total number of family members put together. And this value was inculcated by his parents. And that's what Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, when I close my eyes, a man of great character, great visionary, great teacher, I must say. He always used to be with the youth to bring the change in the society and everything. So that is what we really need to work upon to help the children build that, communication, to resolve the conflicts, to collaboration, teamwork, unity, encourage honesty in children. Lying in children is developmentally normal. The research shows that. So we can encourage honesty in children by being a role model for them. If a child watches his or her parent lying and forcing the child to speak the truth and calling the child liar will not work. We have to do everything. We have to model that in our own behavior. We have to be a role model, whether being compassionate, whether practicing yoga, whether practicing meditation. We have to prove to be a role model for our children. Let's give our children the roots and wings. The amazing quote by Dennis Waitley, which says that the wonderful gift that we can give our children are the roots and wings. As we all know, when I talk about root, it provides stability to the plant. It provides nourishment through water and mineral to the plant. And the gardener needs to wait for days to see that small sapling coming out. Similarly, we are like the gardener. We need to have that patience. Everything is a natural process. The child's development is a natural process. So we need to sow that seed, and we need to provide that stability, that security, safety, and nourishing environment where they can flourish and they can, be the beautiful citizen of the society, biggest contributor. And let's give them the wings to fly. Let's give them the independence to pursue their passion, their interest. You never know what your child could be a musician, your child could be a dancer, your child could turn out to be a great scientist. You never know where their hidden potential lies. So give them that thing. Don't fear about it. Failure is a part of life. We as parents, what the parenting practices that we follow is that, we don't allow our children to, we always encourage our children to just win, win, and win. If that could have been the case, Thomas Alva Edison failed 10,000 times before he made the great invention of light bulb. And what he has mentioned is that I did not fail 10,000 times. I learned that there are 10,000 ways of things not working before I made the great invention. Let them walk through the fear. Let the children walk through the fear. Let them be courageous. Let them be strong. Help them build that resilience to deal with this tough time. You can be a warrior. You can help your children. You can be a role model for your children. Be the most influential person in the child's life, and you see what a meaningful life that they are going to lead. And thank you so much. And one last line before I end: give that strong roots. Strengthen the wings. Let them fly. Let them leave the comfort of the house and go to the real world, and let them face the real world. If you have given strong roots, they will definitely fly back to you to share that wonderful experience of leading an extraordinary life. And thank you so much for this. And this is a book which I have written on the power of gratitude parenting. This is not just about gratitude. It's an acronym wherein G is for the power of generosity, R is for reading, A for affirmation, T for time management, which is all about self-management, imagination, then T for truth, the power of honesty for children, the power of unity, U for unity, D for discipline, the power of discipline, and E for exercise. So this is what I've mentioned in my book, and you may visit my YouTube channel where I've shared a lot of parenting tips. And I also have a course, a parenting course in Udemy, where I've shared all the practices. And I have a webinar coming on Sunday, wherein I'll be taking a webinar on roots and wings for the parents. If you would like to join, I can always share the link. Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful opportunity that you have given. And you are such an amazing person. And I will always remain indebted to you for this wonderful opportunity. And thank you so, so much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thanks for enlightening all of us. And people from world over, some places they're asking me, you told me emotional intelligence, 4 parts.
Yes, sir.
So they told me self-awareness, self-management.
Yes, sir.
Which are the remaining 2 parts, just to jot down?
Yes, sir. Social awareness and building relationship.
Building relationship.
Yes, sir.
So that makes 3.
Sir, self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and building relationship.
Social awareness
Is the 3rd one, and the 4th one is building relationship.
Okay. Because some of them, they missed those. They sent across on my mobile. I said, I'll tell her just to list out for us.
Sure.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what a pleasure to have these celebrities, and what a pleasure to have these education warriors. We are looking forward to many more such occasions. Look forward meeting all of you 7 p.m. tomorrow. Those are in Canada, Latin America, and those are in US. Enjoy your whole day. Have a wonderful day. Have a bliss and a blessed day. Vivek Atraji mentioned about a couple of things, so I'm not going on that. And people, those are here in the Central Asia, Europe, it's a time for you to have your coffee and your tea for the evening. And people, those are in India, go for your dinner. Although if you follow Akshay Kumar, you should have taken the dinner before you come for this program. And people, those are in Southeast Asia, very happy night to you. And people, those are in Australia, Fiji, New Zealand, I'm sure you must be dreaming about this project. You all are putting a request that change the time for this program. So 7 to 8 p.m. will remain same. But yes, we are starting yet another program where we can accommodate people from Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, and that particular part of the world also. So Dr. Rajesh Hasija ji and Shiba ma'am, and of course, in the absence of Mr. Vivek Atre, all of you are the great warriors, and I stand for you, and I salute all of you. Thank you.
Let me stand for your energy. Let me stand for your energy.
Thank you. And Shiba ma'am, send the link of this particular book on my Dr. Gulshan Sharma's Facebook. I will share world over with everybody.
Sure, sir.
And,
thank you so much.
Yeah. And Dr. Rajesh ji, people were looking forward to your PPT. I have told them it's available on the Facebook. It's available on the YouTube. They all can enjoy. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And have a lovely evening. Namaskar. Namaskar. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good night.